make this happen, shall we? I would like to just jump right into it, but first to welcome everyone to Decisions and Dragons.
I was really wondering if you were going to do it.
Thank you.
Well, and then you have to do interlude.
Interlude. Oh God, my pen.
Oh, well, there goes the string.
Yep.
Actually, I am going to do this.
Sorry, I apparently have a minor emergency. Please proceed.
Okay.
All
With
right,
introductions.
well, we will start with everyone else then. I would like everyone to go on to D&D Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
And
Dustin, would you like to explain to those that are not within the group what we are doing tonight? Or do you want me to explain?
What we are doing, because as some of you may be able to tell, we are missing our dungeon master. So instead of the normal campaign, we are going to do a short interlude, and we are going to take on, as a group, a Slayer's Take contract.
Yay!
Hey.
But in order to take on this contract, we need to figure out who the hell we are. So in order to do that, I would like everyone to go on to D&D Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. D&D Beyond, it's a fantastic tool. We use it all the time. Not a sponsor.
But if they want to, like...
I mean,
yeah,
we would not
cool.
complain.
So
Reach out to me.
I need you to go to the character creator.
Okay.
And there is a handy-dandy button called Randomize.
Gonna go
scared.
so poorly.
And I would like everyone to randomly generate a character of... I forget.
You told me 8.
I think, yes, level 8. I want everybody to build to and just do everything totally random.
So don't choose a race, don't choose a class. Are we allowing multi-class and allowing feats?
Allow feats.
But no multi-class?
It
It may triple classes.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no multi-class.
Please no.
Okay.
I don't hate you guys that much.
Okay, and random character name.
And random character name.
Create character.
Okay. I am a scared.
Character.
And then you hit view character sheet.
Are we supposed to put random in character name?
No, just leave it blank.
Oh, I don't use this feature, you swear.
Wow.
Yeah, I carefully curate my characters, okay? There is
Right?
thought and effort.
Is there the-
You just wait till we get to Western and you see Thurston's family background, okay? That is written out.
He has something in character that he's going to hand out in advance. Like, here's a rundown so you know what to expect.
Here's the book of me.
Yes.
It's just like what you get before you go into a conference. It's like, here's bios of the family members. And
Mhm.
here's talking
Yeah, it's just gonna be a
points.
binder.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
This is going to be ridiculous.
Did I get Did it give us equipment? It gave us no equipment. So do you want us to choose starting equipment? Dustin?
Yeah, give yourself the normal starting equipment.
Oh, fuck.
And then...
I'm a warlock. Good times.
Lucky.
Are your stats negative in the ones that you need them? Because my
God, I hope so. I hope that happened to everybody. This is going to be great.
All right.
No, it's ironically my usual dump stat. Strength.
Oh well,
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, I'll wait. So I'll let you see it. It's
Yeah, we're gonna go one by one. Dustin, a double-bladed scimitar is a finesse weapon, correct?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Well,
Yes.
I want that.
I mean, a scimitar is. So,
Yeah,
just gonna
so
assume that if you
scimitar is a
double it,
finesse
it's
weapon.
just
Double it, yeah.
double finesse.
Yeah. Excuse
Okay.
me while I chomp down on this bagel.
Nom, nom, nom. While everyone is going through stuff, if you'd like to know what my minor emergency was, it was apparently the dog got out.
Oh,
I
no.
don't know how. It's a fenced-in yard, but he did. And when he didn't know what to do, apparently he just sat on the front porch.
Your dog?
Yes. Because he could hear Ash yelling for him, like, hey, where are you? And so he just sat on the front porch.
What a good boy.
Yes.
Such a good boy.
Oh shit, this is dope. Okay. Alright. Alright. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Oh, should probably equip my weapons, huh? Alright.
Maybe. All right.
Dustin also said we will get as a group one mulligan.
Yeah.
So if somebody decides that they don't want to play the class, like I told him earlier today that if I ended up rolling an artificer, I wasn't going to be able to play it. Because I don't understand artificer and I need to start at level 1 if we're going to do that. So.
Fair.
Truly.
Okay. Dustin, you want me to kind of while you're finishing eating, do you want me to kind of
yeah, I am just
figure this out?
Yeah, so why don't we go around? So first, does anybody think that they might need a mulligan?
Potentially, but
Nope.
mostly because of non-playability.
Okay.
The stats rolled are so low that it may not actually function.
Awesome.
Yeah. So if we are cool with it, if we're cool with the character dying in like the first hour, then I totally am down with it. But if we want them to maybe live, that might be a problem.
I
Okay.
mean,
It's one of those if they're, if death isn't a thing, then that's fine.
I am fine with mine.
I am as well.
all right, same.
Then Tina, go ahead and re-roll it.
Ooh, let me find the thingy.
Court, do you want to start with yours then?
Sure.
Just give us a quick breakdown of, I would say, class, race, name, and maybe something cool that it rolled up for you.
Yes, let my character sheet load. 2 seconds. Okay. I have a E1T pureblood warlock named Kazaroth. It's kind of awesome.
Can you spell that for me?
And Tazroth.
Perfect.
My otherworldly patron is the Fiend. I'm just going through features and traits right now.
Okay.
And looks pretty standard. Otherwise, the usual warlock spells, including Eldritch Blast. And animal friendship. So that's going to be a good time. And kind of cool. I got suggestions, so I'm sure we'll put that to good use.
Okay. All right, hold on one second. Let me get anybody watching what we're doing. Frankly, I'd be surprised if no one dies tonight. Thank you, Robot.
Yeah, well, things happen.
Yuan T. I will tell anybody watching that the overlay that you see will be the standard characters from the actual campaign, because it's too much of a pain in the ass to switch that over on the spot, so I'm not gonna do it. Just a heads up. Okay. Rhodes.
Okay. I am playing, wait for it, it's really creative, Nikki, Nikki.
Solid.
The bugbear fighter.
Okay.
Party!
She is a purple dragon knight. Okay. Have to figure out what that is, because fun fact, I've actually never played a fighter.
You've never
'Cause
played
why-
a fighter?
Yeah, I never started with the basic
Awesome.
class,
Okay.
so that'll be fun. Fun fact is apparently she has expertise in persuasion as well as linguist, so she's a talkie fighter. Talkie fighter.
Okay.
And she also plays the bagpipes.
Yes. Love it.
Oh, apparently my warlock speaks Minotaur also, because like that's a life skill that you need.
You know.
All right, hold on and let me just get this one updated.
I'm just imagining a bugbear, like a lady bugbear, and like a traditional Scottish garb, holding bagpipes.
I love her.
And maybe the
That's amazing.
persuasion is actually like torture.
That's
It's like either give us what we want, or I will play these bagpipes.
Hey, that could be a form of intimidation. You don't know. All right, so we've got Nikki. Nikki is Merida's cousin, yes. Tina, you want to go or you want me to go first?
I can go. Let me just add them.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to add them to the campaign too.
Just because you're going to need the
right.
spelling for the name.
Okay, hold on.
God. Do you have a sometimes why?
I wouldn't call it a sometimes why. I have a couple sometimes why. Yeah, a couple sometimes why, and also a sometimes J.
Okay, I am ready whenever you are.
All right. So I am playing Herwoful
Okay.
Wistongear, possibly. We're gonna call them Per. It is a Dragonborn Ranger. Apparently very klutzy, not dexterous at all, so that's gonna be interesting.
Wait.
And has
Okay.
let's see. Has he's a Fey Wanderer. And apparently is very experienced in both the coast and the mountains. So covers a lot of area.
Solid.
And yeah, apparently speaks a bunch of languages. Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Gnomish, Crawl, and Vidalcan.
Fantastic. Can you spell her name for me?
Perwophyl.
Okay.
That was a keyboard smash name.
Do you need the last name? Because
Nope.
that has the
Just doing first names.
GJIIR, which is a construction that I am not familiar with.
Tina, can you do me a favor and turn the volume up on your physical mic just a titch? Actually, you know what? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Let me see if Discord fucked with things. No. Yeah, if you can turn your volume up on your physical mic just a titch.
Yep.
That would be wonderful.
Oh, good.
Okay. And I'm sorry that the name overlays are going to look jank as fuck. Folks, tell me if that sounds okay. Okay. Then mine is... Hold on. Just gotta get this updated, because I can't multitask.
To the chat, she has a separate mic. She's not using the one on her headset. It's fine that it's flipped up.
Yeah. Okay. Mine is Petgarios? Tenira. Yeah. So he's gonna go by Pet.
Purr and Pet.
Purr and Pet. His name is Pet. He is a drow fighter. A what is it? It is a Kessel Run done, yes. Psy Warrior. So similar to the Rogue. Let's see. Superior Technique is the new one of the new fighting styles from Tasha's. Cool. I can use a maneuver from the Battlemaster archetype, but I don't see where that is, so I will have to look at that a little bit more.
I think it doesn't auto-select for you. You actually do have to go into the...
I'll go into it and I'll do it. What else? Drow with some innate magic, heavy armor master feat, and a ritual caster bard. So he has some bard spells, along with a couple innate spell casts. And, let's see. I think that is everything. Everything else is pretty standard. Dex, my dex is higher at +4, but my strength is +3. So I picked a dex-based weapon, but with the heavy armor, it kind of doesn't make too much sense, but we'll roll with it. But yeah, so I think that's it. And he's a house agent, which is, I think, from Ravnica.
Yes.
And yeah, that's it. Yes, you throw those angry Cujo faces in about stream elements. Don't yell at stream elements. They're just doing what they're told. Alright, Dustin, give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna make sure that I have that fighting style. So it doesn't let me choose. It just says superior technique, and that's it. That is strange. That's okay.
I don't know where it is either.
I don't know. I guess I will just bring up Battlemaster and choose one, right? We will choose. Which of y'all have... Which one of you has healing capabilities? I don't think any of us do.
It's not too late for a mulligan.
No, Tina already did the mulligan.
Oh, Tina, you did the mulligan?
Tina already used the mulligan, because the other one was unusable.
Yeah, just for the record, it was a level 8 wizard, which just amuses me because that's what I normally play, with 34 hit points, -4 modifiers to con, dex, and intelligence.
I think it's... Oh, wait, you got -2 intelligence?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Also to con, to the extent that, like, my level 4 character or 5 character has more hit points.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think my intelligence was something like 6.
Yeah.
She failed out of wizard school. Her intelligence was the same as Grog's.
Apparently, yeah.
She couldn't
apparently-
read.
Yeah, apparently failed out of wizard school. Also can't really walk around without falling on her face. Probably would have made a much better like wild magic sorcerer.
Yeah. Just be happy a character like that is actually playable in 5th edition.
Mhm.
If we were playing 3.5, if your spellcasting attribute was that low, you would literally not be able to cast spells.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dustin, just for your knowledge, I'm going to choose parry as my my battle master maneuver.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure.
Yeah, apparently I get one as well.
Look at that.
Mine apparently picked it for me. So
Yeah, mine didn't pick my... Yeah, it just didn't pick the maneuver for me, so... From Superior Technique.
I'm gonna do pushing attack. Make people go away.
Cool. So yeah, so we've got 2 fighters, a warlock, and a ranger.
dang.
Okay. All right. Then you all are members of the Slayer's Take, which, for those of you who are less familiar, is essentially like a mercenary bounty hunting organization based out of the city of Vasselheim. And you have just been given a contract, and the contract is for... Where did it go?
Build is ridiculous.
Where is it gone?
Sorry.
The contract is for the eyes of a Morkoth.
Okay.
The contract does have a time limit of 6 days.
Okay.
The only thing that the only other thing that the contract has told you is that there are reports of a Morkoth in the Hesped Archipelago, which actually, everybody roll me a... There's no, like, geography skill.
Nature?
Nature or survival, I suppose.
Well, much better at survival.
Natural 20.
7.
10.
14.
The Hesped Archipelago is an island chain that is far to the south of where you are in the Osmit Sea. It is essentially between Marquette and Taldore.
All right. I've heard rumors, but it's far to the south.
How far to the south?
DM what I know about how many days from here, from where we're currently at.
It would be about a day and a half or 2 days each way.
Okay, so day and a half to get there if we're quick, 2 days if we're not. About the same to get back.
So we need to leave now.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
If we want at least a couple days to find this thing.
Yeah.
Did you hear about where in the archipelago, or just sort of that it's
Not where, just that it's there.
Everybody roll an Arcana check.
Oh, that'll go well. 12.
22.
7.
Court and Tina, you guys got 22 and 23.
Mhm.
The two of you know that a Morkoth is an aberration, typically found in, it will typically make its lair either on or in an island. So they are coastal creatures. And before you leave, you are presented with you are all presented with a large chest that has a number of useful items in it for your use and to be returned to the Slayer's Take upon completion of the contract. These items include 1 bag of holding,
All right.
1 pair of boots of elven kind, a pair of bracers of archery, 1 cloak of protection, a pair of gloves of thievery, 1 immovable rod, 1 mace, and inscribed on the haft of this mace is the word, in Elvish, Lightbringer. There is 1 sentinel shield, and then there are also 2 sets of armor. There is a set of non-magical mithril chainmail, and there is 1 set of mind carapace splint mail.
What's the category on that? One.
All of these are uncommon.
Well, no, like for the armor, is that heavy or medium?
Oh, I believe splint mail is heavy.
I think
It's heavy armor.
Okay.
Yeah. What were the bracers again? Sorry.
Archery. Okay. So bag of holding doesn't matter who takes it.
Mhm.
Tazroth, you want that?
Sure.
Scary. Okay. The we might as well just go down the list. What's next? Bag of holding.
Boots of Elvenkind.
And remind me what those. I could just go look it up.
Advantage on stealth to move silently.
I have disadvantage on stealth, but I don't. So if anybody cares,
I have a negative modifier in stealth.
Okay, so you.
One-
You're the
sorry.
ranger too.
You probably want the bracers, Tina.
Just take both.
Yeah. I have a +2 to stealth, so I'm good.
I mean, my dex is +4, even with the disadvantage, so...
Yeah.
As long as Nikki's okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I also have disadvantage because of armor, but I have a +6 in my dex, so...
Hey!
Get you dexterous people.
Alright, Per, go
Doesn't
ahead
make
and...
sense for this fucking build, but it's fine.
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
I'm a warlock, and it didn't give me hex.
Well, you don't have to take Hex as a
I
warlock.
feel like mine makes perfect
You
sense.
do.
I'm basically
You
tromping
kinda
around
do.
with my giant tail, just like swatting at things. Making all of them ways.
So yeah, Per, go ahead and take the Boots of Elvenkind and the Bracers of Archery.
Ooh, that's not where it is. There we go.
The bracers of archery give you a +2 to damage when you make ranged weapon attacks.
Okay, so that'll end up. I think it'll bring me to a +1 then.
That's better than nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that'll give me a little something nice.
I'm sorry, it gives you proficiency with longbows and short bows, and then a +2 bonus to damage made with only those weapons.
Yes.
Okay.
Next is the Cloak of Protection.
I don't need it.
+1 to your AC and saves.
I'm indifferent.
I'll take it if nobody else wants it.
Go fine by me. Go ahead for it.
Okay.
Next is Gloves of Thievery.
It's a plus to your sleight of hand. I don't think Per can take those because you've got the bracers.
Yeah, I can't.
So Nikki or Taz, you can take them.
Sure, why not?
For all the thieving.
For all the thieving
for all
we're
my
gonna be
thieving.
doing.
You know what? We gotta steal some eyes, so.
This is true. Maybe that sleight of hand will come in handy with the
I mean, I don't think we're gonna sleight of hand the eyes so much as, pluck them out of a dead creature.
Yeah, you never know what check that'll be.
Do it very, very
carefully.
They won't even know they're gone.
Okay.
Next is an immovable rod.
I can hold on to that.
And then
The next thing is the Lightbringer. It is a +1 mace. You get +1 to attacks and damage rolls. The head of this mace is shaped like a sunburst and made of solid brass. This weapon glows as bright as a torch when its wielder commands. While glowing, the mace deals an extra 1d6 radiant damage to undead creatures.
Strength base, so either you or me, Nikki.
yeah, I have no particular preference.
I mean, if you don't mind, I have a +3 to strength, so I could always just do that and lean into the heavy fighter. As opposed to the
That's
dex
fine.
that I had taken.
That's fine, because I have like a +3 in both dex and strength.
So
like
it
it's
works.
evil. It's 50-50.
All right. Yeah, I'll take it if you don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Sweet. Dustin, I'm sorry. What was the name?
Lightbringer.
Is that what shows up on the?
Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
Done.
Next is a Sentinel Shield. While holding this shield, you have advantage on initiative rolls and wisdom perception checks. The shield is emblazoned with the symbol of an eye. While wielding the shield, your armor class increases by 2, as all shields do.
As all shields do. Again, I think it's you and me, Nikki.
Yeah, I'll take the shield.
Go for it. Yeah, take it.
And finally, we have the Mind Carapace armor. It does require attunement. While wearing it, while attuned to the armor, I should say, the wearer gains advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws, and the wearer is also immune to the frightened condition.
Oh shit. That's heavy?
Yes.
Okay. Again, I think that's just Nikki and myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wear heavy armor.
Other one's fine with me. I just took the shield, so I don't know if you want it.
Yeah, I'll
or
take.
did you want the magical armor? Because wait, what was the other one? The mithril armor? Is that the one?
Mithril chainmail.
And what is that? I know you said it was non-magical. What's the
The fact that it is mithril means that it does not impose disadvantage on stealth checks.
Hmm.
You said you have a higher dex, right?
Yeah, I have a +4 dex. So, do you want that, and I'll take the carapace? Or vice versa, it really doesn't matter, whichever way.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Whichever one you think would be best. It just depends on if you're going to lean into the dex-based, then you might want the mithril.
True. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll take the mithril, and then you can have the other one. That works.
Okay.
Mithril ring mail.
Splint mail.
Splint mail. Hold on. Mithril splint. Here we go. Got it.
All right. So, you all head out of the Slayer's Take. What do you wish to do now?
Find a cart or some horses and book it the F out of here.
Okay.
So how are we thinking to get to the Osmond Sea? Boat?
Well, Vasselheim is not far from the coast.
But I'm saying
Like
this place is is south of us. This is going down toward Marquette, right?
Correct.
So how do we want to get down there? Boat it?
Dustin, you're just gonna have to give us guidance. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't have a map.
There is...
We're all sitting here in silence. You gotta give us a map.
I'm looking at a map, realizing that you guys don't have the same. So give me 1 second. Nope, and it's not going to let me copy and paste the map that I'm looking at. Okay, so you guys are currently on the continent of Isilra, towards the northeastern shore, where the city of Vasselheim is. The Hesped Archipelago is off the same coast, but far to the south, in the Osmot Sea. So at some point, you are going to have to book passage on either some kind of seafaring or flying vessel.
Would we know, having spent time in Vesselheim, if we could just get a airship from here? Like, I know there's a port.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you are all, I'm just going to say that you're all from this area.
Perfect.
Or familiar with it. And you know that there is, there is, a skyport. It's an airport.
An airport. Yeah. Honestly, an airship's probably gonna be the best way, because then we don't have to have a connecting whatever, as long as we can find somebody to take
Connecting
us.
flights.
Connecting flight, yeah.
A layover.
A layover somewhere.
Okay. I put a map in the group chat on Discord.
Yes. And this is quite fine.
I just stole it from the Critical Role wiki, so I assume it's right. Fans do not screw me over on this.
Sorry, everybody on stream, you're gonna see my probably see my cursor.
Just wiggle it around, make people dizzy.
Okay, yeah, I just say, if we can find it, fly it.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to go out anyway on a ship of some kind, but I feel like it would take too long to sail that distance anyway.
The airship might get us there even faster than
the
day and a
days,
half. Yeah, the 2 days, day and a
Yeah.
half.
Well, let's fly then.
Let's fly.
Let's hope we can afford to fly.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
excellent. Then you guys head to the Vasselheim Airport, I suppose.
Vasselheim International Airport.
Yes.
You have to go through TSA.
Oh God!
Excuse
do I
me,
have
ma'am.
to take
You
my
have
shoes
to
off?
check your immovable rod.
Yes, you have to take your shoes off and your belt.
No.
Yes, you go through security.
Oh my god.
What about your chainmail?
Petwood said everything off. My god.
And I would like everybody to make a perception check.
Is it daylight? Is it sunny?
Yeah.
Overcast?
Partly cloudy, but it's midday, I suppose.
So is that going to impose disadvantage on me?
Oh, because what are you?
Drow.
You're a drow.
I am, so it actually matters.
Yes, it would.
Okay.
I rolled a 9.
8.
Wait.
$16.
Okay.
18.
All right. Sam and Rhodes. You all see, as you enter, it's kind of like the area that you guys are coming into is almost like a docks district, but it's landlocked. And the airships are all there are a few docked here, and they're all kind of like a mix between like a classical sailing ship and like a dirigible. Instead of large sails, a lot of them have what look like almost giant balloons, and a mixture of large gems and stones crackling with energy that you presume would are what provide the lift for these vehicles to be able to fly as they do. Sam and Rhodes see one nearby, and it looks as though a few dock workers are just finishing loading some cargo onto a ship, and you see a few other workers are on the ship, that are taking this cargo, taking it below, and appear to be getting this ship ready for sailing.
All right. I guess Nikki's gonna stroll on over to a group of workers and say, hello, you appear to be set to take off soon, correct? Where are you guys headed?
We are headed to one of the workers, while continuing to finish loading up this cargo, just kind of glances over his shoulder at you and says, we're headed to Amman. If you're booking passage, then speak to the captain, and just kind of like points towards a small nearby building, presumably like an office.
Gotcha. Well, thank you very much for your directions. I'll kind of gesture to the rest of the group that it seems like that's where we need to go. I have no idea if this is on the way to Iman. I hope it is.
Or maybe it's one of those things where, you stop off, let some people off, and then...
Yeah, like it was a layover. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know that Iman is sort of in the right direction, but not really. Like, you guys are pretty far north. Just about everything is south of you.
Fair.
And as you start to walk away, the stock worker shouts after you and says, Captain Greycastle. Because I'm nothing if not consistent.
Is the ship called the Mutton Chop?
Thank you. Appreciate your time. And just keep on walking.
Okay.
No luck there.
They're going to Iman. We can try.
Do they have like a board somewhere? Departures. Is there like a large sign with little things you flip up with destination and time?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 10.
You see no such sign, unfortunately.
Well, we could speak to the captain, see if he knows of anything else, or even if he's willing to take a slight detour.
I mean, I think that we need to find the ship going to Marquette. It would be closer.
How about we split it up?
Okay.
I'll take the captain of this fine ship. The rest of you go see if we've got something closer to Marquette.
Maybe we could ask those dock workers again.
Oh yeah, true.
Which one of you is the ranger?
Me.
All right. So was that Court and Tina are going back to the dock workers, and then Sam and Rhodes are going to talk to Captain Greycastle?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that what I heard?
Yep.
Did I
Yep.
hear that?
We'll meet back up. I guess we'll meet back up by you guys.
That works.
Okay.
So we'll start with Court and Tina.
Okay.
You guys at this point, you guys approach those same two dock workers, and they have finished unloading this large pallet and are getting ready to, finish preparing the ship for eventual takeoff.
I'll stop one of them and say, excuse me, I apologize for interrupting your day, but can you tell me where the ships to Marquette leave from?
Well, we're headed to Amman. That's not too far off in the wrong direction. I'd ask, and he kind of just points to the office. The Dogmaster would have more information than I do. I'm tied to the ship.
Okay, thank you. We'll keep that in mind. Dockmaster.
Dockmaster.
I just leave and go towards where the Dockmaster is. And we go into the office.
You guys end up, you enter, he points to the same building that Sam and Rhodes are walking towards. So you guys enter like literally 30 seconds after they do.
How convenient.
Okay.
There are, you all make your way in. It is a small-ish building, but it's essentially just like one big room. And inside, in the back corner, it's almost like a cubicle partition, like a half wall. And you can hear an argument that seems to be just reaching its climax. And you hear a gruff woman's voice just shout, well, if you're not prepared to pay the fees, then you shouldn't have docked your ship here in the first place, now should you? Now get out, find the missing gold that you owe me, and if you don't find it, then I'll impound your ship. How's that for a deal? And a moment later, you see coming from around the corner a gangly half-orc gentleman just hurriedly just makes their way past you without a word and leaves. There are elsewhere in the room, there are a few small desks and a few chairs, like in a waiting room, or an airport terminal. And there are a few individuals writing up documents or making notes at a few of the desks, but that seems to have been the singular interesting event that has just concluded on your way in. The room just kind of goes back to a state of relative equilibrium and quiet.
Has the man being yelled at, or woman, past us yet to head out?
The person being yelled at was the half-orc gentleman who has just left.
Oh.
You do not see...
Yeller.
You do not appear to see the yeller come out from behind the partition.
Well, should we see if that fellow's got a ship?
Go catch him.
Chase after him? Chase after him.
Yeah, we'll
All
stay
right,
here and talk to Great Castle.
I will about face and out the door.
Okay.
And chase down, kind of shouting, excuse me, sir.
The gentleman kind of like throws head over his shoulder, like, "Oh, you're talking to me." With a heavy sigh, he stops and turns and says, "Yeah, what can I do for you?"
I couldn't help but hear you have a ship here.
Oh, you heard that, did you?
I think everybody heard that. But we happen to be in need of passage, my friends and I. And it
Oh,
seems
really?
Like you
And,
might be looking for passengers.
And where are you going?
We need to get down to the Hesped Archipelago. So we're thinking Marquette might be the closest.
Well, I would like to. Why don't you grab your friends and come meet me at my ship? And he points a few docks down, and says, "Perhaps we can make a deal." And he kind of looks around. You guys are just like kind of out in the open, kind of in the way of the hustle and bustle. He says, "Perhaps we can make a deal in more comfortable arrangements."
All right. I will grab them and 20 minutes? 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
Fine to me.
All right.
Docking Bay 94.
Oh, and what's your name?
He says, Captain Gorzik.
Really thought he was going to say Jerry. I was waiting for it. I was like, I'm waiting for it.
All right.
Captain Gorzik. Jerry Gorzik.
Wonderful to meet you, Jerry Gorzik. I am P-E-R, not U-R-R. And I will go and gather up my friends and meet you over there. And I will turn around and try not to whack him with my tail.
He kind of tips his head to you and says, "Well, then I shall see you shortly."
Head back inside to see what they've gotten up to. And if they are unoccupied, I will share with them what I've learned. If they are occupied, I will wait very, very carefully, looking around, trying not to knock anything over.
What are the rest of you doing?
Well, I imagine maybe walking over to... You said there's people at, like, the desks that clearly appear to be, like, working, or employees or something of that, right?
Possibly.
Okay. I guess just approach one of them and just say, excuse me, we're trying to see about booking passage on a ship. Would you be able to maybe point us in the right direction of who we should be speaking to?
He says, the person you approach happens to be a human gentleman, and he kind of points to the partition and says, your best bet would be speaking to the dockmaster. Where are you headed?
And then, sorry, I imagine she's like a little airheaded, and it's just like, I don't entirely... Guys, where are we going again?
I'm kind of like leaning against the wall by the door, and I just like look at Nikki, and then look at Pet, I just go, going to Marquette.
Marquette. We're going to Marquette.
It's quite a trip. I'm not headed there myself. We're headed for Amman. But the Dogmaster may be able to point you to a ship.
Much appreciated. Just right back there, right?
Yeah, behind the partition. And I'd knock first. And kind of leans in and whispers that to you.
Gotcha.
The Darkmaster, that
Okay.
woman that sounded in a terrible mood.
Only terrible to people who piss her off.
Well, I'd say we best try not to do that then, huh?
Probably a good idea.
Knock on the door.
There's no door, but you knock on the wall, and you hear a voice just shout, "Oh, what do you want?" And then she looks up and sees you, and she says, "Oh, come in. What can I do for you?"
We were wondering about acquiring passage to Marquette and which ships might be leaving towards there sometime in the next... I look down at my wrist even though I don't have a watch. Hour.
Looking to get out of town fast, I see. And she
Oh.
kind of shuffles through a few papers and says, well, the Absalon is slated to head out that way first thing tomorrow morning. And she kind of flips through. Or the Redwood Maiden isn't in port yet, but is scheduled to drop off here in the next day or so, and then continue on to Marquette. If you can stand to wait a few days, those are the only two we know of at the moment that are heading in that direction.
Well, as I'm sure you're familiar, the Slayer's Take doesn't offer too much leeway in their time crunches, so we'll see what we can find. Thank you for your time.
Of course, come back if nothing else turns up.
Will do. Now I relay the information to Nikki and Pet, and let's see if Per found has better news for us.
I do have better news.
Oh, there you are.
Yes. Nothing good, no good news here, though, it sounds like.
Either tomorrow or the next day if we wait for these ships coming in.
We might as well just not even go at that point.
Yeah.
What'd you find out?
Well, he has a ship, and he'd be willing to head down to Marquette. So he wants to negotiate, though, on price, I'm guessing. Back at his boat. It's parked, and I'll kind of wave everybody out and point down the docks, down that way. I told him we'd be by in 20, 30 minutes.
Why not now?
Now good?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Let's
don't know.
go.
I didn't ask him why, he didn't pay to dock up, so...
I'm sure
Not
we
really
can make something happen. And Pet
Yeah.
just starts walking.
Sweet. Mm,
And yeah, we head over to
the ship.
the ship.
All right. You head off to Docking Bay 94.
Yes.
And you You approach this ship, and it looks... it's a smaller ship, a little older. And as you approach the gangway, you see on the side of the ship a large plaque that says the Seagrass.
This one?
Yep. It looks like it, at least. And I kind of peer around looking for the captain.
You do not see the captain, although you do see two or three other people. There's a pair of dwarves and a Goliath, of all things. Just not really doing much. They're just kind of like hanging out on the deck, just maintaining a presence.
What do they look like? They're sort of what they're wearing. Do they look super shifty?
Make an insight check.
Oh yes. So good at those. Insight 17.
17.
17.
The Goliath is wearing a pair of sun-bleached linen pants. No shirt. But also does not appear to be carrying any weapons on him. Although at nearly 7 feet tall, you imagine he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
The two dwarves are similarly dressed, with dark pants, and one of them is wearing just a short-sleeved shirt, and the other is wearing a similar designed shirt, although it's a different. It is a darker color, and one of the sleeves appears to be missing. All three of them are heavily tattooed, but they do not appear to be any more or less shifty than anyone else that you've seen working around any of these ships.
Okay. Well, that bodes well.
The two dwarves, one of them does carry a scimitar, and the other has a large crossbow on his back, as well as a leather band going across his chest with three thin strips of wood that you, without getting too close, you assume they might be wands of some kind or a spellcasting focus.
Well, I don't see the captain, so perhaps we can ask one of these fellows.
Sure.
Hmm?
We'll
Wander up.
go up to the ship, yeah. And I don't, step onto the ship, but I stand at the edge of the plank.
Okay.
And, I'll use Mage Hand to wave them down. Say, hey, where's your captain?
One of the dwarves sees you, and and then just looks towards the aft end of the ship and just shouts, "Captain! Visitors!"
Charming, I see.
Then he just like kind of gives you a look like, listen, lady, I've done all I can.
This is fair.
The mage hand just goes.
After a moment, you guys do see Captain Gorzik emerge from what you assume is the captain's cabin. And he looks at the four of you and says, I wasn't expecting you so soon, but come on aboard, let's talk.
Board.
The board.
Right. He leads you into the captain's office, and it is sparsely decorated, but all of the basic amenities are there. It's a simple desk with drawers and a chair, and two other chairs opposite it. Against one wall, there appears to be another simple table with maps and papers strewn across it. And in the opposite corner, there appears to be a hammock right next to a porthole. And he says, well, have a seat. Let's talk business.
I stay
I
standing by the door.
Okay.
I look around nervously at the chairs, hoping that they're going to hold my dragonborn self.
I don't sit either.
Nikki will sit.
He looks to the other three of you and says, or don't sit. Fuck if I know. Fuck if I care.
Nikki just kind of looks back and is like, why aren't you guys sitting?
Pet sighs and sits.
He says, I understand you're looking for passage to Marquette.
Yes. I understand you may be willing to take us there.
For the right price. What's your timetable?
Now.
Well,
soon after now as possible.
that might be a problem. You see, you may have overheard I seem to be on the dockmaster's bad side. I am short the docking fees for as long as I've been here. But I will consider taking you aboard. If you can assist me in making that particular problem disappear.
How much?
100 gold pieces.
How long have you been here?
We docked just under a week ago.
Oh.
Dustin, do we just have starting gold? Or do we have...
You just have starting gold.
Okay.
We'll see. We can probably give you 100 gold, but not at the moment until we finish the Slayer's Take contract, which is why we need to get to Marquette. We're on a very tight time schedule.
Well, unfortunately, this ship doesn't move until the fee is paid.
Well, that is going to be a problem.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough money between us all.
No, certainly not. Well, I look at the group. I guess the only other thing we can do is try to convince the dockmaster to let him do the run so he can get the gold.
Think we could promise the dockmaster some extra gold?
How much do you guys have?
20.
10.
20.
15. So we have
Yeah,
slightly more than
65.
half. Yeah.
75.
He looks at he looks at, I think it's Court has the cloak of protection.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at you and says, well, I'm sure that we can reach a deal. That cloak you're wearing looks mighty fancy. I'm sure that could fetch quite the price to make up the difference.
Dockmaster will take wares over coin.
If it pays the fees, she may take wares in addition to coin. I'm sure being at the center, or at the beginning rather, of all the trade coming into the city through this port, I'm sure she'd find a buyer for it.
I'm sure she probably would.
I don't know, though. I mean,
Yeah, I don't
aren't you
think we're
gonna
supposed
need that?
Yeah, we need to
This
give that
clip
back to the
doesn't
take.
even,
Yeah, we have to
That's
return
not even
all.
ours. Oh, God.
Yeah.
unless you want to buy the Slayer's Take a new cloak, I'd say that's not going to happen.
Well, then I guess it's a non-starter. Thank you, Captain. And Pet gives like a slightly sarcastic bow and leaves, seeing that this is going nowhere.
Yeah,
He
I
has no
follow Pat,
patience.
having not even sat down in the room.
Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. And he lets you leave.
Okay.
As we're walking
Dejected
away.
walk off the ship.
Yeah. I mean, do you think? Could we give something as collateral? I mean, obviously we need it back. But like, I don't know. The immovable rod or something? It's just collateral. Ensuring we'll be back and we'll collect it.
We would
So we can
need
still give it back to Slayer's Take, but it might let us fly.
we'd need to have him stay at the drop-off point. Unless there's a way to get off that island on our own.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, let's go talk to the dockmaster at least, and Pet walks back to the office.
Okay. You all follow, I assume?
Yeah.
Right.
I'll turn to Card. When you said you thought it would take a day and a half or 2 days, did that include like how long you heard it would take to travel by land and sea? Or
Would I know that, Dustin?
You assume that the overwhelmingly more common mode of transportation, even now, is by sea, not by air. But you do know that the advantage to going by air is that it is a bit fast.
Well, it would be by sea to take that long. I mean, I suppose we could still do that. It's just air would be faster, though. At this point, if we leave now and go by sea, we'll be there in a day and a half to 2 days. Or if we wait and go by air, we'll be there in a day and a half to 2 days. And frankly, I don't know if I want to.
Right?
Yes, and frankly, I don't know if I'm anxious to give Captain whoever
Captain doesn't pay his bills.
our money that doesn't pay his bills. Don't want to step through a hole in the ship or something, because who knows what the upkeep is.
Shoddy imitation crystals. Well, I mean, that's one option, I think. Is how far ahead has Pet gotten
Probably not
heading
far.
back? Okay.
Yeah, I imagine you guys are close behind.
Yeah.
Kind of quicken my step and catch up and say, do we want to keep exploring this option, or do we want to maybe look to more traditional transportation? See if we can get a boat down there.
I mean, it looks like either way it's a day and a half to 2 days, so I'd say we leave now and get on our way so we can make sure to get back, because I don't know about you, but losing out on this contract isn't quite the option for my pocketbook.
Yeah.
Pet stops walking and kind of shrugs and says, "All right, then let's go find a regular traditional ship. By sea it is."
All right. You guys spend the rest of the afternoon making your way from this end of the city to the other, where the sea docks are, and with little difficulty, you do find a ship that's willing to take you in that direction, for just as transportation. It's a larger ship with multiple other passengers, but for 10 gold a person, they have one available cabin that is willing to drop you off at your destination on their way to Ankarel.
And they're leaving today?
They are leaving first thing tomorrow morning.
Of course.
Well, we can stay at the Slayer's Take for the night.
All right. Then let's just take it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, we'll save time at least, because it's not like we're going past where we need to be and then coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We need to make sure we can get back, though.
This is very true. If they're going on to Ankarel, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if maybe they're doing a regular run or something. Maybe they'll pass by the island on the way back.
Perhaps, though I don't have another 10 gold to give them.
Yeah, I don't either. That was my last bit.
We'll figure it out on the way back.
Yeah. One thing at a time, I guess.
So yeah. Unless
Right.
anybody's got any disagreements, that's really all we got.
Yep.
All right, so you guys make your way back to the Slayer's Take, get a good night's rest, and first thing the following morning, you board the ship, pay your fees, and are on your way. About About midway through the second day, you guys have made fairly good time. You you reach the Hesped Archipelago and the island chain that that encompasses it. The the captain approaches you and says, "Well, this is where you wanted to be let off, correct? You weren't going all the way to Ankarel."
Nope.
Nope.
All right.
Can I use primeval awareness to detect whether there are any aberrations within either a mile or 6 miles? I'm not sure if I'm in favored terrain or not.
What is your favorite terrain?
Both coast and mountain. I'm not sure if coast counts for archipelagos.
Yes. Archipelagos are all coasts.
Okay, let me find the details of this. Primeval awareness. I can expend 1 spell slot, 1 minute per level of the spell slot that I choose to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, undead are present within 6 miles of where I am in favored terrain.
Okay.
Solid.
Do you do this now while you're on the ship?
How close are we to the islands? Can we see them from here?
Yeah, you guys are maybe quarter mile, half mile, from the nearest island. The
Okay.
problem with this area is that it's all shallows, so the
Mhm.
ship can only get so close.
Yeah.
The captain does offer the use of one of the rowboats and says that they will return in 3 days to collect their rowboat.
That'll be
Whether-
perfect.
Okay.
Whether or not we're with it. That actually would be very, very helpful. And yes, I will hold it until if we're going to take a boat down into the shallows so that we don't get off on the wrong island and spend 2 days wandering.
Okay. Then you guys disembark on the rowboat. Who's manning the oars?
I assume that's a strength-based thing, right?
Probably.
Yeah. I mean,
Sure.
I can.
Then
You
I
can.
can.
Do you have proficiency in sea vehicles?
No, just bagpipes. Thank you.
Then I would like you to just make an athletics check.
That could be worse. 13.
13.
Mhm.
It's not an exercise you're accustomed to, but it's not terribly difficult. A bit slow, but after after an hour or so, you guys make it far enough inland and between two of the larger islands that you've seen.
Okay. Now I'll throw up the primeval awareness to see if I can get anything that
Okay.
might give us direction. Hopefully not every single island.
Give me one moment.
Let me find my thing.
And this is your primeval awareness.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You get the sense that there is you get aberrations within 6 miles of
Okay.
where you're currently located.
Looking around and on our row from the boat to these islands, could we see any other islands sort of beyond these first two larger ones?
These two larger, there is one very small island
Mm.
that you guys passed that is little more than a sand dune poking up out of the water. You guys were able to see just about the entire thing as you rode past it, which is why you did. Other than that, you've essentially come into like a river
Mhm.
between two islands.
Okay. Well, I can I can sense that I don't know if it's a Morgoth, but there's something of that type on one of these two.
I look at the smaller one, and then look back at the bigger island and say, I'm gonna assume it's this way. Right, you said we could see most of it, and most, if not all of it, the smaller island?
Yeah, I mean, you are between two equally large islands.
Okay.
And you've already passed one very small island.
Okay. So it's between the two of them. Yeah, just pick one, I guess.
Right or left?
Left.
All right. The
All right.
island to the left.
I start
Okay.
turning us to the left, or whatever the appropriate terminology is. I don't know.
Oddly enough, I think the proper terminology is turn.
Yes.
All right. Then you all make landfall, and I need everyone to roll a perception check.
Oh, I bet it's sunny, isn't it?
Yes, it's very sunny. You guys are on you guys are essentially on like a tropical desert.
This sucks. Pet is not.
5.
Ah! I had a net.
Miss Jackson.
Nice. 9.
I rolled a 5.
18.
Okay.
Me and Sam don't see shit. Was that a banana?
Pet is
Sam,
not.
you are just not dealing with the amount of sunlight out here very well.
Pet is not a happy camper.
No, not really.
This sucks.
Rhodes and Tina, you both notice. You both notice what appears to be a small, almost like a game trail, that goes from the beach where you've landed inland. Rhodes, you do not hear anything. It is dead silent. Other than the complaining of your compatriots that they don't see anything and don't like sunlight, there is you notice that there is no sound of birds or other wildlife on this island. And about 20, 30 feet or so off the beach, there it appears to be, almost jungle-like conditions, large ferns and thick brush, save for this game trail being cut into it.
Do you guys hear that?
Hear what?
Exactly. It's a jungle. You'd expect there to be birds and the insects making noises and things, but it's eerily still and quiet. Is that a sign of one of these things?
Well, game hides from predators.
Large predators.
Well,
My brain lost the word, okay. I was like, prey, no, that's not right.
Prey hides. Well.
then maybe left was right.
Maybe.
Well, no, left was left.
But also right.
You know what I mean. Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Jesus. You point out the game trail, I assume.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of point in the direction. So, I mean, I guess we can follow where this leads into the silent jungle.
Horror movie shit.
Right. That's why it's like,
Yep. Into the
feel-
creepy, eerily, ominously silent jungle. But on the plus side, if it has a heavy canopy, it might not be as bright.
Yeah,
Dustin?
better for pet.
Yes. Much better for Pet. Dustin. All right, so Pet's gonna lead the charge in down the.
Beeline for
Down
the
the-
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
the
immediately,
shadows.
like he sees Shadow and Shade, and he's like, "I don't care. I don't care. I don't care." Going.
Okay.
I'll go behind.
Give me the caboose.
I'll bring up the rear, I guess.
As I take the lead, can I roll for, like, I know you said that nothing's making any noise. Do I see any animals?
Make a perception check.
Are we now under the slight shade?
You are now under the canopy.
Fuck.
It is a thick canopy.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, it's probably so humid.
I'm still gonna roll garbage, guys. Let's not
It's-
celebrate right now.
In my
That's
head,
garbage.
Nikki will often, because Nikki's a bugbear, she's like 7 foot something, will often try to stand and create a shadow for you. Just like, here, like this. Like this.
That's very much appreciated. Yes.
Like, she's like putting her arms up, trying to make a little umbrella type of.
I love
Got
it.
the ankle down depending on what time of day.
When
it
they're
is.
sitting around, Pet always is like, "Nikki, can you just like lean, not like shift like 2 inches to your left? No, like your other left. Yeah, like a little. Perfect.
I
Right
just want to take one moment to address how diabolical your group looks.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
a bugbear, a drow, a yuan-ti, and a dragonborn.
Yeah.
You know, what color are you?
Oh, what color am I? I am a brass dragonborn.
Okay, that's not as bad as it could be, but still not great.
But still.
In combination with everybody else, though, I think we probably cut a pretty imposing path through everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that asshole still wouldn't give us a boat.
I rolled an 11.
Okay. You do not see any signs of wildlife, other than the fact that this path that you're on exists. You do not see any other signs of wildlife.
Okay. As we walk, can I walk and cast a ritual spell at the same time?
No.
Lame. Okay, then never mind.
We need to stop.
No, I only if we see something.
Okay.
If
If
we
you see something, say something.
if you see an animal, let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
While we're walking, I have aberrations as a favorite enemy.
Okay.
Can I roll an intelligence check to see what I recall about them and their lairs and there's anything we should be on the lookout for specifically in terms of this Morkoth.
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Mm. Kinda 19.
19. Aberrations are bad news.
They're bad.
They're smart. Popular examples of aberrations that you guys and the audience might be familiar with are beholders, mind flayers, aboleths. Lesser aberrations would be like mind witnesses or gazers or things like that. They're very smart, and they eat people, particularly their brains. Your biggest challenge in fighting any kind of aberration is outsmarting it, and it is no easy feat.
But I can hit harder, right? That's what
Most likely.
matters.
If you can hit it.
See, that's the thing, is that
By the time you get to it, you still have to want to hit it.
I
Well,
mean,
that's a problem when we get there.
well, we might already be there.
That's a problem for future you guys.
Yes.
It could be a problem for it could be a problem for now us. I mean, for all we know, we just wandered into its lair down a nice path laid for us.
Probably.
Probably.
Does that mean we should be stealthing through this forest? This jungle?
But maybe it won't expect us to come tromping through.
Look at these fucking morons.
They're not even trying.
It just gets depressed. It's just like, I can't. This is even.
Like, this is not even fun.
I don't even want to eat them.
No.
You know what? I have a bunch of eyes here. Just take 2 of them and get off my island.
Island, go away. Can't you track this thing? Like, Pet looks at you per and is like, can't you just, like, track this thing?
I mean, I could try.
Well, let's...
Wasn't like they gave us, a picture of it and a picture of its tracks, if it even leaves any tracks.
Let's try. And Pet kind of stands to the side.
Let's yeah,
Let's try.
Yeah, I'm gonna crouch myself down and look for any kind of tracks to begin with. We have this lovely game trail. What do we see has made it?
Make an investigation check.
14.
14.
14. Man, you are doing me dirty today.
You do not see any footprint or hoof prints or anything. It looks almost as though this trail was dug in almost like a single fluid motion.
Well, I think this
Almost as
kind
if something was like it's a similar effect to if something was like dragged through this area.
Yeah.
Although there are a few markers that would indicate a dragging that are not present, but it's a similar effect.
No. There's no footprints, no hoof prints, claw marks, nothing really to indicate game at all. Whatever made this trail, it either was maybe either dragging something behind it or some part of it was dragging back and forth from wherever this leads to the beach and back. I think we should be careful following it, though.
Yeah. Did the contract include, or like, I can roll a check for it, but like, did it include a picture or a description of like, this is what it looks like? Like, does this thing have a tail? Like,
Or a bunch of tentacles.
yeah, something that would drag and make this via constant walking back and forth to the shore to get its latest drop off of brains. Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, people pull up to the island in a boat. They want to get out of the sun. They go over to the lovely shade, and it just pulls them in. We, on the other hand, totally just barreled in. So
we're special.
obviously one step ahead.
The description that is given for a Morkoth is that it is a description very similar to that of like an octopus. Many tentacles, large bulbous head, and a beak that it uses to feed.
Do we know if it lives on land?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, that'll go really well. -1.
Sure, it'll be fine.
19 on the die. 18.
Nice.
They can survive on land, but dry land is not typically where they make their home.
So we need to be looking in the water.
Well, what's choice?
Do
we hear any water like running through the island, or is it just the ocean around the island? Like, is there, say, a freshwater source that it might be hiding in?
You do not hear any like running water coming from inland. Although you guys I assume you are talking and thinking like as you're walking, or have you stopped?
Well, we stopped so that I could check and see what the tracks were.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're probably still kind of
I think we
talking.
We're talking in a huddle.
Yeah. Do we keep walking, or do we go this way? This way? This way?
We can keep going in and keep our ears peeled for a river, a lake, underwater, underground spring bubbling up, waterfall.
Might as well get our bearings. That ship's not coming back for another 3 days.
That's true. We got 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it'd be good to get a sense of if there is, fresh water on this island.
I agree. All right.
Okay.
I will.
Maybe we move forward a little more.
Stealthy?
Yeah. Do our best.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we move forward being stealthy.
All right, everybody roll stealth checks.
Oh, not so much, y'all. That's a 5 total.
Also a 5.
We might as well be like skipping arm in arm. Like,
With your bonus?
yep.
And advantaged?
I don't have advantage
Nikki?
on stealth.
Oh, wait, yeah, so
I
you
don't
would
have
just roll like
advantage.
normal. You just roll like normal then.
I roll disadvantage because I have the armor.
Yeah, but I thought that armor gave you advantage. No, the boots of elven-kind, don't those give you advantage?
They
I didn't
cancel
take
out
the boots.
I thought you
Did
took
I take the
I
boots?
think,
Yeah, you took...
I think,
No, Tina took the boots.
Oh, Tina took
her,
the boots.
yeah.
I didn't take boots. I did take boots. That's right.
My
Yeah,
bad.
he takes the bits of elven-kind.
I was like, wait, I took bracers. Yes, I did take boots. What? Do you want my boots?
I mean, it's a little
Oh.
late now, but...
Yeah, no. Clank, 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 clank. I'm a bugbear. Clank.
I'm walking through, like, ruffling the bushes with mage hand, like...
You're using it to push the like foliage out of your way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I rolled a 17 minus 16.
17.
Okay. I would also like everyone to roll a perception check.
Oh, cool. 19.
What's this again?
That's a 6.
14.
For
4.
fuck's sake.
Okay.
Are we still? Is this still considered coast?
Yes.
Okay, so that is 4, 8, 3, 11.
Okay. Who rolled above 17? Just the one. Excellent. As you guys are making your way inland on this game trail, Sam, first you hear what you think is like a distant rustling.
Mm-hmm.
And as the trail like comes up against but not quite into a small clearing, you notice that they're on the far side of the clearing. You see two adult Kruthic, that are appeared. They're like evil, gross monstrosity spider dogs.
Oh, yes.
One of my favorite low-level creatures.
Uh-huh. Fully aware.
And two of these creatures are fighting each other. And the fight is being attempted to be broken up by a humanoid-sized creature. It is the upper body of a human, but the lower body and head of a snake.
Hey.
They do not appear to have noticed your group.
Shocking. Must be deaf.
The two Kruthic appear to be fighting over something. A stick, bone, carcass, or whatever. And the snake creature appears to be doing all that they can to try and stop the fight, unsuccessful as they may be. The snake creature currently has their back.
I'll kind of hold up my hands and, gesture to everyone to be quiet. And point to the clearing. And then kind of jerk my head for us to continue. I really don't think we need to get involved in this.
Okay. I would like everyone to re-roll their stealth checks.
Okay.
Oh god.
Hold on. I gotta check a thing.
17.
Hey.
18.
16.
Okay. Ten.
All right. You continue on, and they continue to not seem to notice you.
Sweet. Yeah, we'll just keep going as quiet as possible, just kind of keeping out of the way of that.
Could we hear them as we passed by?
Yes.
Okay. So there was sound on the island finally.
Yes, there was sound. Like you guys could, this entire time you could still hear the ocean, the wind through the trees, but there was no animal sounds at all.
Okay.
Tina, as you pass by these creatures, you kind of put the dots together that this game trail could very well have been created by creatures similar to the snake person.
Similar to
The snake person.
the snake person. Yeah.
Now that you have a reference point, the trail looks like a slithering pattern.
Size of it kind of fits.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get a little ways away from them, to the point where we can't really hear them anymore.
Okay.
Then I'll tap Pet on the shoulder and then hold up my hand just so we can pause for a moment.
Yeah, I'll stop.
And let everyone know that snaky thing, I think that may have been what made this trail. Did you see the size of his body? It's about the size of what this trail we're following.
Do you think that's what you were detecting?
Potentially. I mean, it's not that specific is the thing. I can detect that there's something here, but it doesn't tell me specifically where on the island or within the area. But
Tina, you know that there is, for lack of a better term, there's a common aesthetic to what defines an aberration, and this snake person does not fit the bill. Not nearly enough mouths, not nearly enough tentacles, and far too humanoid shaped.
Yeah. I mean,
it had its back to you the entire time, but it seemed to have a normal, proportionately sized mouth. It seemed to possibly only have 2 eyes. It didn't have like 1,000 eye stalks, which are common among
I mean, it's not. Yeah, that's not what they usually look like. Unless one's picking a very weird form. Usually it's less tail, more tentacles, one might say. Instead of like one large slithery thing, picture a lot of smaller slithery things. Also, generally, 2 eyes, not really their style. They tend to go for the 6, 7, 8. The more eyes, the better, sort of thinking.
Too many eyes.
The better to see you with.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So, I mean, if whatever it is,
the other two creatures that we're fighting also do not fit the bill. Just gonna throw that out there.
I don't think I mean, they could just be native to the island, but they're definitely not what we're looking for, and there seems to be something else around.
Court, you would know this. The snake person creature is a yuan-ti. It is a higher form of yuan-ti.
I was gonna say, wait, do I not have legs?
No.
Hang on a second.
You do.
We know that this is where the trail came from. It's actually ours.
You have legs and are looked down upon by other yuan-ti because of it. Essentially, the only snake-like features that you have are your eyes and possibly a forked tongue. Outside of that, you don't resemble a snake at all. And it's disgraceful.
I look back in the other direction. Say, that was one of my people. Best not to run into them.
All right.
So we continue.
Yes.
You continue on for the next half hour, 45 minutes of walking are relatively uneventful. And you come upon a small clearing with that holds the what seems to be the long forgotten ruins of a small settlement. Little more than a few walls and the foundations of 3 or 4 buildings.
Does it look like anything's been through here recently? Maybe like dragging tentacle trails on the ground or anything?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, 19.
19.
Yeah.
Aside from the game trail that you're on, leading almost directly to one of the buildings that actually has 2 walls still standing, you enter that building and see an open cellar with just steps leading down into the island underground. The ground in the immediate vicinity of this staircase, the grass seems to not be growing at the front of these stairs. It's all stone construction. And the back edge of this hole and one side, grass grows almost all the way up to the lip of this staircase. But the front of the staircase and around one corner, the grass does seem to be worn away.
If I look down, maybe like kneel down and kind of like look into it, do I see anything that would give me a clue as to maybe what's been going down there? Or
it is pitch dark. You do see. Do you have dark vision by chance?
60 feet.
Okay. You do see that at the bottom of the stairs, the tunnel, it's not like a perfect 90 degree, but right at the bottom of the steps, there is an abrupt turn to the right.
And can I hear anything like running water?
Make a perception check.
16.
You do not hear the sound of running water.
I'll get back to my feet and find anybody else in the group that's around.
Yeah, we're all kind of hanging. Keeping an eye out.
Something's been going down there, but it's pretty dark and I don't hear water or anything, but something's definitely been going down there.
Do we think it was that snake?
Possibly. I mean, we do underground tunnels.
And then there's this, lack of grass.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Aren't these...
That doesn't seem natural.
Would we know if this creature is something that would, like, poison the area and causing grass not to grow or to die off or to go away or anything like that?
What did you get for your investigation? It's like a 16?
Yes.
The grass does...
Or no, my investigation was 19, sorry. My
19?
Perception was 16.
You can tell that the grass looks like it had been worn away. It doesn't... Like, the ground... It's literally, like, the same way that
So more like
the grass
snake.
does... Yeah, like, the grass doesn't grow on the trail because that ground is constantly being disturbed. It is a similar effect to a slightly lesser degree, but it is only in this very small, localized spot.
I think this might be where the snake gentleman is staying or coming. It's like the trail we've been following.
And you couldn't see anything down there?
Just the tunnel goes sharply 90 degrees to the right, I think it was.
If our quarry is as nasty as you say it is, I doubt that those things that we passed are hanging around in any sort of area that it would be inhabiting. They're dinner to the whatever we're hunting, this thing.
Yeah. Still think we might need to find the water.
Maybe loop around and head back to the rowboat. See if there's a safe spot to camp. I assume it's getting to be
we're gonna
close
have
to sundown.
Find a place.
You probably have another 2 or 3 hours of sunlight.
Okay. I say we loop around, not taking the trail we got. Just keep, going. And then
parallel it.
Yeah, parallel it back to the rowboat and then camp. And then we hit the other island / maybe just do, the beach.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we could do camp on the beach, or are you thinking?
Yeah, that might be the camp on the beach right next to the rowboat. Using the rowboat as maybe some shelter.
Okay.
Or is it better to camp in here if we think that the creature we're after is mostly aquatic?
It's true, but then we'd have to hide from those things. If they come back here, we assume that the snake goes down there, pointing at the hole, but we don't know about its pets. Its pets may scour the area.
You know, my people with snake bodies, they don't look very favorably upon my kind. I'd rather not be here when he comes back.
I say we head back to the beach.
Yeah. Head back to the beach if we have any if we're able to, we could always do kind of a quick up and down the beach just to see if there's anything we missed.
Well, there's still daylight, and then make camp.
Yeah, find a safe place to make camp.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Yep.
So, are you guys going back the way you came, or
We're
trying to
going
find
to veer off the path, so turn around but head off parallel to it. So still follow the same
just
general,
through the brush?
but through the brush, staying off the path by 100 yards, maybe 200 yards.
I think 100, 200 yards, whatever we can possibly do to, like, maybe get on the other side of that first clearing. Like, kind of trajectory on the other side of...
Yeah, kind of loop around that way and then parallel it back out to the beach where we arrived.
Okay. Then I need everyone to first make... I assume you're continuing to be stealthy.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Then I need everybody to make a stealth check with disadvantage.
Joke's on you, I'm already disadvantaged.
7.
13.
13.
Hey.
See.
Tina?
8. Wait. Lies. 5.
Okay. And I need everyone to make a perception check.
Oh. Natty 20, 22.
13.
Fuck. 8.
Dirty 20.
Miss Jackson.
Nothing.
Rhodes and Tina, you notice that you guys are going, far slower than you were on the path. But after about an hour of going through the brush, you think you see on the path that Yuan Ti and the 2 Kuthrix. As you guys are going one direction, they're coming back the other direction. And just as you guys are about even with each other, about to pass, one of you slips. Your footing slips and snaps a large branch. The Yuan Ti and both of the Kuthrix, all their heads snap roughly in your direction, but they do not appear to have actually seen you. The brush in this whole area where you guys are is still very thick. So it doesn't appear that you've actually been spotted, but they definitely seem to have been alerted to your presence.
I freeze.
Yep. It's like,
Do you tell everyone else to freeze? Because you're the only one who saw them.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of put my hands up so that hopefully everybody just kind of sees me. Just kind of.
your bear paws.
Yeah. My bear paws.
I'll freeze. Seeing that.
All right. Everybody make a stealth check.
13.
22.
9.
6.
All right. The roads you see as the you see and hear the Yuan Ti say something in a language you do not understand. And you guys are about 100 feet away. The two Kuthricks dart both at the same time and dart in your direction. And the Yuan Ti books it back up the path in the direction that he was going.
Okay.
And I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Take it.
Really?
I'm like throw all my dice.
There's no point in having advantage if you roll the same thing on both of them. The same shitty roll on both of them, no less.
Oh no.
Oh god, I rolled a 6.
Okay. Court, what did you get?
6.
Rhodes.
9.
Tina.
12.
Sam.
17.
Doing good tonight, guys.
And we are just gonna do Theater of the Mind for this one.
Sounds
Sweet.
good.
Okay. Sam, you are first. The two Kuthricks are about 60 feet away from you. They essentially get a surprise round and just move.
Okay.
And the Yuan Ti is still on and is about 120 feet away from you.
But heading away from us?
Heading away from you up the path.
Towards the village.
Correct.
Or the little what we assume is their home.
Correct.
Okay. Swearing in Elvish, Pet will reach out and a small bauble of pure darkness will emanate from his hand, and he will shoot it off into the trees and watch as it expands into a 15-foot sphere. And it's a 60-foot range, so it should just catch them at the far side of it as he casts darkness. Basically, my intent is to block their
Line of sight.
line of sight, basically, yeah. And if they're on the other side of the darkness, hopefully they get just caught like right in it, and you know, that's my intent.
Okay.
And then I will move. That was my action, so I will just start running.
Which way are you running?
Towards the way we were going. Away from
Towards
So
the
back
beach.
so
towards
the
the beach.
Like,
Same direction we were going. I don't even care about the Yuan Ti.
book it.
They sound like they kind of look like they were heading to go try and protect something, so I am just booking it towards our same direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tina, it is your turn.
Once the darkness spell is cast, can I see them anymore? Or are
You
they
can-
obscured?
They are obscured by darkness.
Okay.
Sorry if I ruined all the plans.
Yes, all of the plans. the plans with my weapons and a obscenely long list of things.
Tina's like, I don't know how to play a half caster, let alone I don't know how to play a no caster, let alone a half caster with 3 spells.
Yeah, with
I'm just gonna throw this out there. I really wanted Tina to roll a fighter.
Me too.
Just because I know that's the exact opposite of what you're used to.
I can't believe you got a fucking wizard on your first shot. Can't believe it.
I can't believe I got a wizard on my first shot that was so poor that it makes even my really crappy wizards look good.
Yeah, I can't believe you got a wizard. I cannot.
All right. Well, since I can no longer see them, can I prepare an action? Draw my longbow?
You sure can.
All right.
What action are you preparing?
I am going to draw my longbow and get ready to, if I see one of them pass through that sphere of darkness,
Uh-huh.
at that point, I'll lose. So I'll have an arrow knocked.
Okay.
And I'll be kind of keeping an eye on that general vicinity. But I am going to, can I take my movement though still?
You can.
All right, so I'm going to take my movement and while keeping an eye on that, follow behind Pet.
Okay. Because you guys are in the brush, the entire area is difficult terrain, so just remember you guys are moving at half speed.
Okay.
I move full speed.
Because it's the coast.
It's something else actually.
Something ranger.
Because you're a ranger.
Yeah, there's some ranger.
I don't remember the name
Ranger
of the
shit.
but I'm familiar with it.
It's ranger shit.
Landstride.
Yeah, Landstride. Yeah, ranger shit. Yeah. I love them.
Okay.
I love rangers.
So I can move pretty fast, but yeah, I will take my full movement if I can. If something pops out before I make it, I will stop and release.
Please don't get into a Dermot situation. Not like we can heal you, but you know what I'm talking about.
I didn't roll. My randomizer didn't give me any of those spells.
I'll be fine.
Rhodes, it's your turn.
I can't see shit.
Sorry.
Because there's sudden darkness.
Well, the darkness, it's a sphere of darkness that's about 45 feet away from you.
Yeah, I guess I should say I can't see shit to action against the enemy.
You're a melee fighter.
Right, so I'm like, oh, this is useless to me. When I look at D&D Beyond, that thing that says spells, can't even click on it. Straight out. Not a thing.
You don't have any racial spells,
no,
players don't get that.
Not a thing. So I am just going to kind of follow a similar trend, and I'm going to follow after my friend while also preparing an action, just holding my shield. And which weapon am I holding right now? Fuck it, battle axe. It's badass. And just kind of, if something gets within range, I can start whacking.
Okay. It is now the Kuthrik's turns. They are going to...
curl up and take a nap.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's nighttime, birdies. Go to sleep.
Is going to... the first one is going to spend its entire turn getting into melee with the group that is farther away. It is going to make it out of the darkness.
Sorry.
So Tina, go ahead and make your attack. Or attacks.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. All right. That is a 17 to hit. For the
17
first.
misses.
Okay. And
you see that as it emerges from the darkness, you loose the arrow, and its it connects, but then just scrapes and skips off of its armored carapace.
Okay. Oh, yep, nope, that's a 6.
Okay.
So that just flew off into the woods somewhere.
It is going to continue moving. It's spending its entire turn getting into melee. Rhodes, go ahead and start swinging at it.
All right. Well, if a 17 didn't hit, then a 12 doesn't.
Nope.
And second attack is literally this. Okay, I have rolled 4 times in a row.
You need to use a different dice.
Yeah, they're going in jail automatically. It was a 12 again. So
That also misses. The second Kuthrik is going to spend its entire turn moving into melee with Court.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Court, it is your turn.
As it gets into melee with me, I'm going to kind of thrust my hand out at it and cast Animal Friendship. And it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Can you tell me more about that spell?
It lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. So, otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed. Let's see. It lasts for 24 hours. If you or one of your companions harms the target, the spell ends.
Oh no. Nope, never mind.
I assume it's a beast. I probably should have checked that.
And this is your innate spellcasting?
Yes.
Okay. Your innate spellcasting, I believe that only works on snake. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Animal friendship, snakes only. I will allow you. You would know that. I will allow you to do something else if you wish.
Okay, yeah, I didn't. The spell didn't. It probably says that in the other text that
in your features and traits under innate spellcasting.
It's just that's fine. In that case, I'll fuck barrels. It up. I know. Whoops. Because reading is hard. In that case, as it barrels towards me, when it gets close, I'm just gonna be like, and cast Sword Burst. So it has to make a Dex saving throw.
Nice.
Dex save.
Yes, 13
nice.
or higher.
That is a 16.
Okay, yeah, so it doesn't. I don't even think it takes half damage. I hope nobody else is within 5 feet of me, also, because you all have to make Dex saving throws if you are.
No, everybody else moved.
Okay. All other creatures within 5 feet of you, or take. I think that's it. It doesn't take half damage or anything like that. So that's my turn. And assuming that Abyssal is the Yuan-Ti language or Draconic, I would like to speak to the animals in the language that the Snake Man would speak to them, and just say, like, stop, to see if they'll kind of understand that I'm speaking to them in the same language that their owner speaks to them in.
And what language are you using?
I don't actually know what the Yuan-Ti speak.
Yuan-Ti actually speak Yuan-Ti. They have their own language. I don't know why it's not a language automatically given to you.
I was like,
you grew up away from the conclave, I guess.
Yeah, so I'll just try to like yell and like comment or something like that to see if it'll startle them. Just just to try to get them to stop. But other than that, that's my turn.
It does not appear to stop. And on its turn, it is going to just book it. And it will move a total of 60 feet down the path. Which brings us back to the top with Sam.
Okay, guess I assume I'm close enough to melee for the one that attacked Tina.
Yeah, if you take, actually, no, you are 15 feet back.
Okay, so I'll move. That'll be my full movement. And then I will attack.
Okay.
With my mace. Give me one. Okay. I will. Yeah, let's attack it. Am I flanking?
You can be. Sure.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. 23.
20 anything hits.
Sweet. So it will take 7 points. Oh wait. Yes, 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Oh, that's only undead creatures. They're not undead. That's fine.
Yeah, they don't take the extra radiant damage.
No. But
also, I imagine you would not have used your action to light it up.
Nope, I would not have. Honestly, that's probably a trait that Pet does not use that often because that's obnoxious. But I do want it to make a strength saving throw.
Why?
Telekinetic thrust. When you deal damage to a target with your psionic... Oh, wait. Psionic strike. Hold on. Do I need to have done a... Sorry. Psionic strike can profile your weapons on each of your turns immediately after you hit a target. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Give me 1 second. We're gonna do that too. I will burn a psionic energy die, which is a D8.
And you do that as part of the attack?
Yeah, as part of the attack. On each of your turns immediately after you hit a target within 30 feet with an attack and deal damage to it, you can expend 1 psionic energy die, rolling it and dealing force damage to the target. So it takes... Sadly, it's the number rolled plus your intelligence modifier. My intelligence modifier is -1.
You still deal a minimum of 1 damage with it.
Oh, okay. So 8 force damage. And because I did that,
so that's an additional 8 force damage?
Yes, an additional 8 force damage.
Guys, you'd think we'd never played these characters before.
Yeah, right?
Just made them up 2 hours ago.
Like, what does this weird ass shit do?
I know.
The only reason I kind of know what this is because I've played a psionic rogue before. That's literally the only reason I understand any of this. But now, because I dealt damage with the psionic strike, I needed to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. You said strength saving throw.
Yes.
And that is a 16.
That will make it, because it's 8 plus proficiency, which is 11, plus your intelligence modifier, which is a -1. So 10. It makes it. Damn! They fucked me with having that intelligence at -1. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
God damn. But I have a +4 dexterity and a +2 charisma.
Random, man.
Oh, yeah.
So that, Sam, is that your turn then?
I get another attack. 17's not gonna hit, though.
No, it will not.
So I am done.
Alright, Tina, it's your turn.
Alright. And there is one in melee with me.
Correct. And you are flanking it.
Okay. Mm-mm.
You are currently flanking it with Sam.
All right. I am going
Is that the
to...
advantage on attack dance?
It's the
Yes,
advantage on attack dance, yeah.
it is. It
Which I was going to give
is.
myself anyway, but do I get advantage on both attacks then?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I'm still going to use it because it gives more damage. But bonus action, I am going to cast on myself Zephyr Strike,
Yes.
which
Okay.
gives myself advantage on one weapon attack, which
Best spell.
isn't necessary.
So
But
good.
on a hit, it'll deal an extra D8 force damage.
Okay.
And I am going to draw my short sword. And I am going to take a swing at this thing.
Okay.
So, first attack is absolute crap. That is an 11.
Nope.
Not going to do it. Second attack. Also not going to do it. 16.
16 is not going to do it, unfortunately.
And hang on. Do. Yeah, no, I'm going to hold on to it.
Okay.
I'm not going to move.
All
I'm
right.
not going to move now. The Zephyr Strike is concentration, so I can hold it for up through 1 minute.
Well, doesn't it expend when you deal that extra damage?
It does if I hit.
Fair point. You deal the damage only if you hit it.
Yeah, you get that hit, but the concentration stays, so you still get the ability to not take opportunity attacks, which is why it's Kazuki's favorite thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's such a good spell.
Plus the extra
Such a good spell.
plus the extra walking speed.
Yeah.
Right, you're like, fuck if I do the extra damage, I can do what I want.
That's when
You
you're
hit
like,
me.
hey, yeah, wow, this sucks. I'm gonna book it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of doing what you want, Rhodes, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try to hit this guy. See if I can.
Right back.
All right, you know what? We're gonna get another d20. I haven't rolled you yet. Maybe you'll be not a dick.
Keep in mind,
Worst dick. Don't think 9 does it.
9's not going to do it.
All right, but a 25 does, right?
25 will hit.
Thank
roll your
the
damage.
Lord.
Yay.
And what kind of fighter are you?
Purple Dragon Knight.
Oh, yeah.
A thing that I have only heard of and had not actually ever gotten around to reading. So, yeah.
Right.
Trial by fire.
Yeah.
This is like the only caster class that I've ever played, and it's nothing like my other Warlock.
That's 7 points of damage.
Okay. You guys have put the herd on it a little bit. It is starting to show, and it is now its turn. So it is going to turn to Sam, and it is going to make 2 pincer attacks at you, and it's going to go hiya. That's what it's going to do.
One more time. One more time for what? One more time for posterity. One for safety.
Hiya!
There it is. Please, somebody clip that. Thank you.
It's making 2 attacks.
Okay.
The first attack is 16,
Miss.
and the second one will miss as well.
I got a high suit, you motherfucker.
Court, the other Kuthric,
It's gonna feel pretty good right now.
is gonna make a couple attacks against you. The first one is a natural 20. The second one's a 9. So at
Yeah,
least
that
they
doesn't
don't both hit.
I'm going to, as a reaction. Wait, is Court within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
I will extend my psionic field as a reaction and reduce the damage by... It's gonna be garbage, but maybe it'll help. 7 points.
Okay, you take 7 points of damage.
Hey.
Excellent.
Because I rolled 14.
And that's another psionic die.
Court, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. I think I get 2 beams at this level. I'm gonna cast them both at the one that just hit me.
Okay.
That is a 16, doesn't hit, I'm guessing.
That misses.
And the second one is a natural 20.
Okay, so that one will hit.
Alright, so let's see, full base damage is 1d10. So 10 plus 7, 17 points of damage.
Alright.
And hold on. I don't okay, yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna do anything else.
Okay. It is the Yuan T's turn, and it continues moving another 60 feet up the path.
Let it go that way.
Back to the top with Sam.
Okay. Just gonna keep hitting it. Oh, I am flanking.
I think I need to like get new D20s.
You and Laura both.
18?
18 just hits.
Yes.
Everybody take notes. 18's your target.
I do like a little dance.
So that will be 6 points of bludgeoning damage. I'm not gonna burn any of my psionic die for that, but I do get a second attack.
You said 6 points of damage?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a 19 on the die, so 26.
Yep.
For 9 points of damage.
Alright. You, with your first swing, you come down hard on the back of its neck, and as it flails up, with your second strike, you completely cleave off one of its pincers. It is still alive, still on most of its feet, but it can no longer pop.
Hey!
Just does one pop.
It can only pop.
I can only pop one.
Tina, it is your turn.
I'll be right back.
Just a question actually about Zephyr Strike. So normally I can give myself advantage on one weapon attack, and that attack specifically deals the force damage.
Yes.
Right now I have advantage on all attacks due to flanking. So do I just have to declare which one?
I would declare it.
For the force damage?
Well, I would declare if you're using your advantage from the Zephyr Strike.
Okay. Before or after roll?
Before.
Before roll? All right. I will use
Not that it really matters, because if you miss, then you can just use it again on the second strike.
I can only give myself advantage on one weapon attack roll of my 2.
That's true.
So
declare it before the roll.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, so I will. This one first attack will be with the Zephyr Strike advantage if it hits.
Okay.
Oh, nat 20.
Hey,
good call.
Right.
All right. Now I get to finally roll the other dice. Alright,
The
so-
Zephyr Strike is also doubled.
Zephyr
With
Strike is
crit.
also doubled. All right.
Yeah.
So I need first to do 1d6 plus 5 is 7 from the short sword. And wow, that's crap. 4 from the Zephyr Strike. And when I hit a creature, I can use Dreadful Strike to deal an extra 1d4 psychic damage.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, it was dead a long time ago.
I'm gonna deal it psychic damage.
So, I mean, I only say that so you don't have to waste a resource if you can only do that like once per short rest or something.
Nope, I can do it whenever the heck I want.
Okay.
So I'm gonna scream psychically, and I got a 4 on that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So
how much damage did you deal?
7, 14, 4 is 18, plus the 4 psychic is 22.
Okay.
So are we doubling instead of doing the full base damage plus the roll?
No, you do the full base damage.
Okay, I'm just making sure that we were for the natural 20 because I didn't double. I did full base damage plus roll.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like that system because it makes the crits, hurt more because they're supposed to.
It makes it feel like a crit instead of like a shitty damage roll.
Yeah,
I cannot tell you how many times I've rolled minimum damage for a crit.
Yeah, this one came pretty close.
But yeah, so you did 22 damage?
Actually, wait. 2, 7. So many
Done
dice.
like 4 times over.
Yeah, I know. In my head, I'm just like, wait a second.
Dead already.
Yeah.
It had 2 hit points.
Okay. Yeah. 7, 4, 11, 4. No, it's going to be less than that anyway. 15.
15. Okay. It had 2
Still
hit points. still very, very, very dead.
Yes, but I'm screaming at it in my mind, so
I
feel better about myself.
It is your turn.
All right, well, he's dead. But there is someone still attacking my friend.
Yes.
I only moved half speed, so I should still be able to get back to him at 15 feet, correct? Okay, cool. Then I will do that. Can I assume that I'm probably maybe flanking?
Yes.
Cool.
Doesn't look like it, sure.
In your theater of the mind, you're flanking.
Yep.
Right. My mind says I'm flanking.
Right?
19.
19 hits.
7 points of damage from that attack. And 24 to hit.
That hits.
And another 7 points of damage. What the fuck is with me rolling the same numbers over and over?
All right. You just start hammering on this thing and take it off guard a little bit. And you probably just would have hammered it into the ground if it didn't have so many legs helping to hold itself up.
Cool.
It is now its turn. It is going to look at the new, very big threat that just came up into its business, and it is going to make 2 attacks against you, Rhodes.
Okay.
One of them is a 15.
Nope.
The other one is a natural 20.
All right.
This guy is definitely making you all work for those kills. That is 12 points of damage total.
Alrighty.
Cord, it is your turn.
Excellent. I'm gonna go with the trusty Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Am I flanking with Nikki or?
Yes.
Okay. $24 to hit for 9 points of damage, and then
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
picturing Nikki having just hammered most of its pincers in the ground, so it's kind of stuck. I kind of just want to nail it in the middle of the face and just like knock it off all its legs.
Excellent. And you do just that, and they have really long, slender necks. And the force of this Eldritch Blast, you hit him twice, just one after another, and you just, like a turtle pushing its head into its shell, you just collapse this thing's neck and shove its head into its shoulders, and then it just kind of collapses. At this point, it is clear that the Yuan Ti has left. It is.
That's about right.
With you guys already being like 100 feet off the path, you can no longer see the Yuan Ti.
I look around at the party and say, my people aren't known for their heroics and sticking around for a fight. Not inclined to chase after him.
Me either.
No,
This wasn't what we came here for anyway.
Nope. To the beach?
To the beach.
To the beach.
Head
All
on
right.
down the path.
Do you guys go back to the path, or do you stay in the brush?
I think we can go back to the path at this point since we kind of killed the things we were avoiding.
Yeah, I'd rather just... Yeah, let's just go back to the path.
So cut back over to it.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
And then we'll just keep an eye out behind us.
Okay. You do make your way back to the path and then back down to the beach. By the time you get there, there is a bit of light left. And it looks as though you're in the middle of high tide. So instead of being like 30 or 40 feet of beach before the water, the beach is only like 5, maybe 10 feet from the brush.
Where's our boat?
We totally tied it to a tree.
Yeah.
The rope we all have in our packs.
I may be an asshole, but I'm not that mean. Yeah, you're the rowboat that you guys had rode in on is still where you left it. And you have maybe an hour of sunlight left for the day.
Maybe we should find some food and make camp for the evening.
Do we want to shelter up? Are there like large trees that we could maybe climb and like shelter up in?
Make a... Actually, you know what? There are, but there are none like at the beach. You'd have to go a little farther back inland before you found a tree that would be able to support all 4 of you.
Okay.
Does anyone know how to fish?
Not
How
really.
hard can it be? Seen people do
Well,
it.
like I have rations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have
Yeah.
rations too.
We don't really need to be hunting. I think rations will be fine for now. It'll just be setting up a...
Gross.
We should
Oh.
keep watch.
Yeah.
This
Can
thing
I
is.
look and see if there are any tracks aside from our own in the sand that's still visible on the beach?
Make an investigation check.
Mm. Investigation. And what is the bonus? 2 plus 17 is 19.
19. You do not see any other tracks. Now that you've gotten a good look at the Yuan Ti and these Kruthix, you have a much better idea of what to look for, but you do not find it.
Okay. Well, I guess on the plus side, there doesn't seem to be anything else wandering about.
On this island, at least.
Well, at least nothing that walks.
Well, that's comforting.
But yeah, I say we make camp.
Yep. Eat some rations.
Yeah, and then definitely watch.
Yeah. Definitely watch for the night.
I'll take second watch. I have dark vision 120, so I'm much better
I-
at night.
I have dark vision 60, so
Yeah.
I can do it.
I should probably take first because I'm gonna have to cast dark vision on myself.
Yeah, you go first.
I'll go second.
Yeah.
All right.
I can do third.
Yeah, I'll do the tail end then.
Okay. So, Tina,
Yes.
you cast Dark Vision on yourself.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm assuming we're getting a long rest. Maybe.
Maybe.
If it
maybe
doesn't
not.
get interrupted.
Yeah.
Balls. Perception. 4, 8, 6 is 14.
Okay. Do you guys do anything like light a fire or anything like that when you make camp?
I really don't think we should.
Mm.
No, it's
Nah. I mean, we
Just-
never cook anything.
I'm
Yeah,
just
we're in a
asking a
tropical
question.
area, right?
Yeah,
And
Yeah, it's probably too hot for
we're
a fire.
eating rations, so
Yeah.
we don't need a fire.
Also, I feel like we probably would have discussed. We know there's at least one thing on this island that's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe lighting a fire and a smoke signal, not the best plan.
Whatever.
I mean, we could lure it here and then we could stab it.
Yeah, no fire.
No fire.
Okay. Tina, your watch appears to pass without incident.
Okay. Who was second?
Me.
All right. End of my watch. I'll go and shake Pet awake
All right.
and just relay that all quiet, too quiet,
Okay.
creepily quiet, but
I wish Pat and Purr were twins.
what do you mean? they're
Uh,
not?
Yeah.
In my brain, they are.
Perception check, Sam, if you would be so kind.
Yes, I just want to make sure I don't have anything that's going to help me here. Okay. Oh, fuck me. So now 1 for a 6.
Girl.
Okay.
Girl.
7
Stupid ass.
Oh,
Like your thing, man. Come on. He's like so hyper aware. Like, you know, when you're like super hyper aware of everything, you don't take anything in. You just kind of like your eyes glaze over and you see everything, but you don't comprehend everything. That's what's going on.
It's that like eerie quiet thing where like there should be noises here that aren't there.
Yeah.
And I need to find them.
Yeah, pretty much. It's weird. There's no bugs or anything.
He's trying to sleep without the air conditioner on.
That's exactly it. He's having problems.
Sam,
Dustin.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm actually pretty decent at those. And it's not against being charmed or being put to sleep? I am Elfie.
I know you're Elfie. Roll with advantage.
Oh, good. Great. Well, that tells me some things. 15?
15.
Yeah.
You suddenly wake up.
Oh, Jesus.
Nothing seems to have changed. You seem to have only nodded off for a few moments. And the rest of your watch passes seemingly without incident.
Hey. I wake up. Who was third?
Me.
Taz. Alright, Taz.
Perception?
Yes, please.
Dustin with
Oh,
Elf.
fuck. 5.
5.
We're doing,
I've rolled 2 natural 20s with this dice.
we're doing great,
And
guys.
some over 20s, and then some balls ass rolls.
Your watch appears to pass without incident.
Fall asleep a little, like drooling myself.
That's only if you roll a natural 1 and then fail your con save.
What? 15!
You rolled a natural 1 on your perception
did.
check,
I
and then rolled a
did.
Constitution save to have not fallen asleep,
I know.
which explains your natural 1.
I'm not arguing, I just... I know.
Do I need to make a con save or no?
No.
Just making sure. I mean, that was a pretty shit
You're-
roll, so.
Your watch passes seemingly without incident.
Didn't see anything, but I weaved this nice basket out of the grass. I gotta go and wake up Mickey.
Were you Batman? I didn't see anything.
Okay, I wake up and I see the basket that was woven, and I choose not to ask about it.
Craft time.
Perception?
Yes, please.
Fuck. All of my dice. 11.
We're doing
11.
really good, you guys.
We're really good at this game.
Your watch appears to pass without incident. Just as the sun starts to rise, and I think that is a good spot to call it for the evening,
Sweet.
since it's 9:30.
Do we get a long rest?
Yes, you
Okay.
all get a long rest.
Okay.
Sam,
Yes.
because you failed your Constitution save, you are now afflicted with were-crab lycanthropy.
Fuck you. Fuck you and your lycanthropy nonsense.
Lycanthropy is so much fun. You got to admit that.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Only when it
Well,
doesn't...
you don't have to admit that, but Sam does.
You've got so much experience, though. Which kind is the most fun?
Well, right now the only lycanthropes in that game are were-rats and were-boars.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty great.
No.
Horrible.
Well,
No.
now you can add were crab to your list.
Jesus, I can't imagine what that does. That's a horrifying image as a hybrid.
Yeah.
Jesus, Zoidberg.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think Zoidberg would be a were-lobster.
Yeah, he's more lobstery.
Doesn't he have like tentacle-y things?
Yeah, he's
though?
got like. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's where ood.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm.
Cool.
But no, you are not a were-crab.
Well, thank you.
That's ridiculous.
That's the line.
Yeah.
That's the line right
A
there.
were clam though.
Aware clam, get out of
a
here.
were-clam. But yeah, I will speak to our normal dungeon master, see if he wants to jump in on this and conclude next week, or if we all just want to keep going with the. We still haven't named that group.
No.
No, we have.
We
not.
should. What we
We need
should
to.
do is do a poll on the Facebook page. I don't know if you can do it on Twitter. I don't
I
Twitter.
think you can do a poll on Twitter. Yeah.
You can do a poll on Twitter, and you can do it on Facebook, and we can do a poll while we're streaming.
Ooh.
Oh, that's true.
Put it
So
up next episode.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
Right.
we
idea.
should
You know.
we should do a poll for the audience to name our group.
yeah.
Dermot and Cad and Faraday and
Mm.
Thurston and the other one.
The other one that you can't
That you
remember.
can't remember.
It's now
Oh.
headcanon that like Dermot just calls her
I
all
just
sorts of
can't.
variants of her name. Like he just blanks out and it comes out different each time.
That
Yeah.
tracks.
Aretha.
Aretha.
Yeah.
Ariana.
Yeah. It's gotten to the point now where she just responds to anything that starts with R.
But yeah, we should do that and have the audience name our group.
Yeah, we can do that. If you guys have us on Facebook, I will do a post maybe tomorrow. Keep an eye out on socials, both on Facebook and Twitter, for your suggestions. And then any suggestions we get, we'll put in a poll during our session next week. I think I can do it on an overlay. Otherwise, we'll do a poll through social media for the suggestions made. And we'll go from there, because we need a group name.
Yep.
And so far,
I was
nothing has
picturing
come up
like a
organically.
band.
Nope.
Where it's
Bands.
like Dermot O'Ferry and the something. And Fiona. In
And
parentheses.
yeah.
That's
Dermot
actually just the name
O'Ferry
of the group.
and Fiona in parentheses. And
The group's name is
the White
actually
Stone
just
Singers.
and Fiona.
Oh, Whitestone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dermot and Fiona and his roadies is really what
It's like Fiona and the Five or something like that.
Fiona and the Five. I love it.
That's cute.
But yeah, cool. I would really like to.
Or should it be
continue.
the Five and
And
Fiona?
Fiona.
Well, Fiona is obviously the headlining lady. Like,
Oh, Fiona's Five.
she doesn't come second.
Yeah, Fiona's Five. I like it. That's our first suggestion.
Like Charlie's Angels. But yeah, I'll do that.
Faraday's like eyes twitching.
She is. She's like, yeah. She's having a fit.
There's a song on the album all about it.
I personally would like to continue our little contract for next week, but we will leave it up to our DM, both DMs, the boys. But yeah, Friday we have a special painter's corner with the two of us in Cujo painting minis. The boys are going to teach me how to paint minis. And then
Which is such a strong word.
teach. But we're gonna, we'll paint minis, talk D&D, rehash old stories that everyone's heard a million times. That'll be at 6:30 on Friday, so come hang out, chit chat.
One time at Tech Crew.
That one time in Tech Crew. And then Saturday, I am doing another Lego build stream of the treehouse at, I believe I said 2:30. So for a couple hours in the afternoon. And then on Sunday is another session of Deep Rock Galactic co-op. So
I see the creeper behind you, Dustin.
Can you see this?
Yeah.
He's popped up a couple of times,
He's
actually.
been there for a few minutes.
what's he? Is
Giving
he?
you a look.
He's like, Dad, it's bedtime. What are you doing?
He did a shake and a yawn, and now he's just doing a stare.
Mhm.
Time for a stare. I'm surprised he's not sleeping in the bed. Spence, he can't hear me.
My favorite
No.
was when we could hear him sleeping in the bed.
Yeah, I heard him a little bit. Yep, that's our mascot. Hopefully we'll get emotes with him.
Just standing there.
I know, like a weirdo in the darkness. The only reason you can see him is because of the white stripe on his face.
Yeah.
And like his one light
One
colored
eye.
eyeball.
Yeah. But yeah, I will.
Oh, that's sketch.
We'll be here for the rest of the week doing stuff, and then yeah, we'll be back with more Decisions and Dragons next Wednesday.
Yes.
Hey.
And we'll get to the map that I so painstakingly prepared for all.
Dustin, did you
Looks
want?
beautiful.
Dustin, did you
Okay.
want to send minis, or were you gonna? Do you have minis?
I have minis, courtesy of just stock 2-minute tabletop minis. But same rules apply for any of our other minis. If you guys, if you build it in Hero Forge, just send me a link and I'll do up a mini or what have you for them.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, friends. I think that's gonna call it for the stream. And thank you all for hanging out and watching and chatting. And we will see you all on Friday, and then next week for Decisions and Dragons.
Okay,
Bye, friends.